Now that this whole thing has played out, do you have some doubts about the authenticity of what George has been convicted of?
No, I don't.
You answered awfully quickly, which means to me you didn't really weigh that carefully. And I'm not accusing you of doing anything wrong. I'm just asking you, first off, do you have any doubts about the authenticity of what he has been convicted of?
No, I do not. I did before he was convicted.
And what changed?
I didn't know what George had said in his police interview tape. I didn't know what my daughter said in her CASA forensic interview tape. I was not told those things. I was not allowed to view those videos until after the trial.
Okay, what was it he said in his police report that causes you to say he should serve his life in prison?
I never said I think George should serve life in prison. But his conviction, I believe, is correct.
Okay, what was it he said in his police report that makes you think his conviction is correct?
When he talks about showering with her before, which I never knew.
Yes, you did.
I absolutely did not know that.
Did.
We're talking about a man that's sitting in prison for life right now.
My ex-husband.
So what I want to know is, what was it that you specifically heard that caused you to say, I'm glad he was convicted?
What my daughter said that he did to her, I knew she couldn't just pull out of thin air. Nobody told her to say these things. I know I didn't tell her to say these things, and that's why I believe he should have been convicted.
Did you coerce, coach, or suggest to her things that would get him in trouble because you were mad at him, and then it took on a life of its own and it ran away with you?
I was not mad at my husband that morning at all. We were working on our marriage.
That wasn't my question about whether you were mad at him that morning. I'm saying this could...
Did I say something to my daughter in my leading questions that could have put something in her head to make her go this route? Yes. That's what I believed before I saw her police interview tape and before I saw George's police interview tape. After I saw those, I had no doubt that this absolutely happened to her.
So early on, you feared that you might have started a process in her mind until you found out other things where it said, I didn't start a process that would have this detail,
Exactly.
could go this far, could happen
That
this
explicit,
way.
how could she know of these things? How could she describe these things in such detail, such vivid, graphic detail, if she had never experienced it?
And I do believe in these situations where allegations are made by a child, it is guilty until proven innocent. You have to believe the child until you find out otherwise. And I don't know what happened here. I know your son used bad judgment a number of times. I know that we're in a volatile situation here. This was reviewed by a military tribunal.
It was an administrative hearing board.
Right, and they had no finding of guilt against him.
The finding the exact finding was that he did not commit serious misconduct, that he did not do anything, child pornography, he did not hurt the child.
And he was honorably discharged.
He was.
At the scheduled time.
Right.
Right.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.